Hello everyone! Big news is coming from Crimea. Ukraine has launched a powerful strike, shaking Russian forces to the core. The world watches in shock as Crimea may finally be on the verge of change. What does this mean for the war and for global politics? Stay with us to see the shocking reality unfolding right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into the latest developments from Crimea. For years, this region has been under Russian control, but now, Ukraine has launched a significant strike that is changing the balance of power. The world is watching closely, and tensions are at an all-time high. In this video, we'll explore every major move, strategy, and reaction to this dramatic escalation. Stay tuned as we break down how Ukraine is striking back, how Russia is responding, and what could happen next. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why Crimea is now in chaos, and why experts say this could be a turning point in the ongoing conflict. Crimea is not only a strategic military zone, but also a symbol of political power, national pride, and international influence. The events unfolding here will affect global politics, military strategies, and alliances. Today, we will provide a step-by-step breakdown of the situation, explaining the key events, the players involved, and the possible outcomes. Make sure you watch till the end for expert insights and analysis that you won't see anywhere else. This is the ultimate guide to understanding the current situation in Crimea and why it matters to the world. To understand the current crisis, we must first look at Crimea's complex history. Crimea has been a region of strategic importance for centuries due to its location on the Black Sea and its military and economic significance. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine, a move that was widely condemned internationally. The annexation led to political tensions, international sanctions, and a long period of military buildup by both nations. Ukraine has been preparing for years to reclaim control over the region, carefully planning military strategies, gathering intelligence, and coordinating with international allies. Crimea has been heavily militarized during this period, with Russia reinforcing military bases, deploying advanced weaponry, and fortifying key positions. The population of Crimea has also experienced dramatic changes during this period, with political influence shifting and tensions rising among civilians. Understanding this background is essential for grasping why the recent Ukrainian strikes are so significant. This section provides a full historical context, explaining how decades of politics, military strategy, and territorial disputes have culminated in the current chaos. Without this historical perspective, it is impossible to fully understand the intensity and importance of the events taking place in Crimea today. Ukraine's strategy in Crimea is both calculated and aggressive. By using intelligence, advanced military tactics, and precise operations, Ukraine is challenging Russian control in multiple key areas. The aim is not only to gain territorial advantage, but also to destabilize Russian positions and create strategic pressure. Ukraine's forces are employing drones for surveillance and targeted strikes, long-range artillery for maximum impact, and special operations to disrupt supply lines and military coordination. These maneuvers are carefully planned to weaken Russian morale and create openings for further advances. The strategy also includes international diplomacy, ensuring global attention and support, while maintaining the upper hand in military operations. Ukrainian intelligence has reportedly identified key weaknesses in Russian defense lines, allowing targeted strikes that maximize efficiency and minimize casualties. Analysts suggest that Ukraine's approach reflects years of preparation, tactical innovation, and real-time adaptation to battlefield conditions. By the end of this section, viewers will understand the precision, planning, and strategic insight behind Ukraine's offensive, as well as why experts consider this strike potentially decisive in the broader conflict. The combination of military strategy, intelligence operations, and international diplomacy has created a situation where Russia is under unprecedented pressure, and Crimea is now at the center of a critical turning point in the war. Russia's response to Ukraine's offensive has been both reactive and challenging. Russian forces are attempting to stabilize key positions in Crimea, reinforce defenses, and prevent further territorial losses. Supply lines are under constant threat from Ukrainian attacks, creating logistical challenges that complicate military operations. Morale within Russian troops has reportedly been affected, as Ukrainian strikes continue to disrupt coordination and strategic positions. Russia has also employed counterattacks and reinforced key areas, but Ukraine's precision operations have kept them on the defensive. International scrutiny and ongoing sanctions further limit Russia's options, forcing strategic recalibrations. Analysts note that Russia's response reflects the difficulty of maintaining control over a heavily contested region under constant pressure. The combination of tactical strikes, technological disruption, and international attention has created a situation where Russian forces must defend against multiple threats simultaneously. Understanding Russia's response is critical for grasping the dynamics of this conflict, as it highlights both the challenges and the strategic decisions that will determine the future of Crimea. This section explores the complexity of Russia's military position, the challenges it faces on the ground, and how these factors influence the overall balance of power in the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict. Several crucial battles are currently unfolding in Crimea. Coastal towns, military bases, and strategic supply routes have become the focal points of Ukraine's offensive. Control over these locations is critical for both sides, as each area has tactical, economic, and symbolic significance. Ukrainian forces are focusing on targeted strikes rather than large-scale invasions, aiming to weaken Russian positions without risking unnecessary casualties. Key battles include coastal towns that control naval access, military installations that provide strategic advantage, and supply routes essential for maintaining operational effectiveness. Analysts suggest that the outcome of these battles could determine the momentum of the war, influence morale, and impact global perceptions. The fight for these locations is not just a military struggle, but also a psychological battle, as each victory or setback sends a strong message to the international community. In this section, we break down the most significant battles, the stakes involved, and the implications of each outcome. Understanding the geography, strategic value, and ongoing confrontations helps viewers fully grasp why Crimea has become the epicenter of this high-stakes conflict, and why every tactical decision matters for both Ukraine and Russia. Modern technology plays a crucial role in the conflict over Crimea. Ukraine has employed advanced drones for reconnaissance and precision strikes, disrupting Russian supply lines and targeting key military assets. Long-range artillery has allowed Ukraine to strike from a distance, minimizing exposure to counterattacks while maximizing damage. Cyber warfare has also become a critical element, with Ukrainian forces targeting communications, logistics, and coordination systems used by Russian troops. Russia, despite its larger military resources, has faced challenges due to these technological disruptions, highlighting the evolving nature of modern warfare. Military analysts suggest that the integration of intelligence, technology, and tactical planning has given Ukraine a significant advantage, despite Russia's numerical superiority. In this section, we explore the various weapon systems, drones, artillery, and cyber tactics being used in Crimea, and how these innovations are shaping the battlefield. By understanding the technological dimension of this conflict, viewers can appreciate why Ukraine has been able to apply pressure effectively, and why traditional military strength alone may no longer guarantee control over contested regions. Technology, strategy, and precision have combined to create a battlefield where intelligence-driven decisions can determine the outcome of key engagements. The civilian population in Crimea has been profoundly affected by the ongoing conflict. Displacement, shortages of essential supplies, and constant exposure to danger have created a humanitarian crisis. Families are forced to evacuate homes, schools and hospitals face disruptions, and local economies are under immense strain. Despite these hardships, civilians show remarkable resilience, adapting to new challenges and helping each other survive. Humanitarian organizations are working to provide aid, but the chaotic environment makes it difficult to reach everyone in need. Understanding the human side of the conflict is crucial for viewers to grasp the real cost of war. Beyond military strategy and territorial disputes, the lives of ordinary people are directly impacted by the actions of governments and armed forces. This section highlights stories of civilian resilience, the challenges they face daily, and the ongoing efforts to provide support and relief. By shedding light on the human impact, viewers can understand that the consequences of this war extend far beyond military operations and influence the social, economic, and emotional fabric of the region. The situation in Crimea has drawn global attention. Nations around the world are responding to Ukraine's offensive and Russia's defensive measures in different ways. Some countries have openly supported Ukraine, providing military aid, diplomatic backing, and economic support. Others have called for restraint, emphasizing the importance of avoiding escalation and encouraging negotiations. International organizations, including the UN and NATO, are monitoring the situation closely, issuing statements, and coordinating humanitarian and strategic assistance. The global response influences the actions of both Ukraine and Russia, as international support or condemnation can affect morale, resource availability, and strategic decisions. Understanding international reactions is critical for grasping the broader implications of the conflict. This section examines the positions of key nations, the strategies behind diplomatic actions, and how global alliances are shaping the unfolding events in Crimea. By considering international responses, Viewers gain insight into the geopolitical dimension of the crisis, the pressures faced by both countries, and the potential consequences for global stability. The involvement of external powers ensures that the conflict is not only a regional issue, but also a matter of worldwide concern, making Crimea a focal point of international diplomacy and strategy. What lies ahead for Crimea? Analysts predict several possible scenarios. The first is a Ukrainian advance, where Ukrainian forces reclaim key territories and strengthen their control, potentially altering the balance of power in the region. The second is a stalemate, where neither side gains a decisive advantage, prolonging the conflict and maintaining high tensions. The third is escalation, where increased military activity could lead to broader regional or international involvement. Each scenario carries significant consequences for the region, global politics, and military strategy. By analyzing troop movements, strategic priorities, and diplomatic developments, we can assess the likelihood and potential impact of each outcome. This section provides viewers with an informed perspective on what may happen next, helping them understand the high stakes and unpredictable nature of the ongoing conflict. Understanding potential outcomes allows viewers to contextualize current events, anticipate changes in strategy, and appreciate the broader implications of the situation in Crimea for both Ukraine, Russia, and the international community. The situation in Crimea continues to evolve rapidly. Ukraine's offensive, Russia's response, and international attention combine to create a complex, high-stakes scenario. Staying informed is critical to understanding how these events will shape the future of the region. The strategies, technology, and human impact we discussed show that Crimea is more than a battleground. It is a symbol of power, resilience, and geopolitical tension. If you found this video informative, please like, comment, and subscribe for the latest updates on Crimea and the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Share your thoughts below. Do you think Crimea will be fully liberated soon? By subscribing, you'll receive timely analysis and expert insights on one of the most critical conflicts of our time. Don't miss our next video for more breaking news, military strategy breakdowns, and updates from the front lines. Thank you for watching, stay informed, and see you in the next update as the situation continues to unfold. Every moment counts, and staying up to date is essential to understanding the shifting dynamics of this ongoing war. Your engagement supports this channel and ensures we can continue providing accurate, detailed coverage of these critical events.